before we get into the video, let's go over the pitch mix real quick. So what do you got?
So 4-seam and 2-seam fastball. Throw, I don't know, probably 10 to 15% more 2-seamers. Or I'm sorry, about double the amount of 2-seamers than 4-seamers. So in the overall pitch mix, it's about 15 to 20% more. And then slider and curveball both, and then a changeup as well.
The changey. I love the changeup from the right-hander, right on right, but doesn't get thrown that often. I think we might see some in this at bat.
It was a big switch for me. I want to say it was in 2015 whenever Neil Allen came over for the first time from Tampa. He worked a lot with Odorizzi, David Price, and Alex Cobb on throwing the same-on-same changeup. And it was something I wanted to do, and when I talked to him about it, it was the first thing he talked to me about in the offseason. And I had already had it on my mind, so I was excited about it. And it's something that I feel like it really – probably my best tunneling combo is my changeup and 2-seamer off of one another.
It's great. It's a great combo. It's tough. I mean, especially like you said, if you're tunneling those and they're just coming out, and just the difference in speed alone is tough. But then, the changeup's obviously going to tumble a little bit more. Love that pitch. But let's get to the video. Right now we see our guy, B-Doze.
Oh, Bulldoze.
He's out there. He must have just made a play. He probably rubbed that dirt on himself.
More than likely.
Because he has to be dirty. That's just how he is.
Oh, man.
Pretty boy Doge, got to get that jersey dirty.
That's
okay.
Right.
So this is 2018. This is at Fenway. You are in the bottom of the 8th inning, about to go over your highest pitch count ever. Yeah. And look who walks up to the plate.
This is probably one of my favorite games I've ever been a part of.
Big Bad JD.
I walked in that day and I was talking with Garvin. I was like, Garvin, I've been in the 8th one time before here, and I got to sing Sweet Caroline on the mound, so I want to try to do that again tonight. And sure enough, man, I got the chance to do it. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good right there. Obviously you've been dealing in this game, but then you look at this guy's stats. 323.
Yeah, and he was dangerous that year. I mean, he's been a dangerous hitter ever since he got up to Detroit. So, he's a guy that I've faced quite a bit, with Detroit and then with Boston at least once or twice a year. So we've seen each other a lot too, and that's what makes the cat and mouse game even more fun.
Yeah, anytime you see a guy walking up with a 1 dot after his OPS, it's like, okay, this is going to be a battle right here.
Yep.
But you're up for it. You're obviously throwing a good game. So here we go. He's digging in.
The best part too is that it's his third at bat. And you're trying to think back at the other at bats. I mean, one at bat is just it's never separate from another unless it's the first at bat of the day. And even then, you're thinking back to other at bats you've had. So, I mean, this is his third at-bat. I don't remember what he's done. I know I think he hit one of his at-bats was a bullet to center field that was caught. But, so, yeah, it's a one-run game, and you just saw, like, I'm bouncing a slider first pitch. I'm not taking I'm trying to throw best pitch available right now because if I walk him or he gets on base or if I get him out, it's my last hitter. So we're going for it right away.
You're going for it. And this is a guy, and tell me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like a guy like this with his swing path kind of matches up well against the 2-seamer.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of
dig into down.
You got to dig in your bag of tricks here.
Yep.
So first pitch, we'll see it again. This is a curveball or a slider.
Yeah, so 81. So that was a curveball. Sometimes with him, change of pace, the slower breaking ball, especially first pitch, is a little bit better. Yeah. He has his bat stays through the zone so long that if you flip in a slider, it could be the right speed to where it catches the barrel out front, and it's a tie ball game.
So 1-0 as a hitter, you get that. I mean, it's the best pitch you can get as a hitter. You're like 1-0, you just spiked a curveball. Or you spiked a curveball. Here I am 1-0. But again, because this is the third at bat, you kind of have to be thinking a little bit differently, even as a hitter. You're like, okay, probably not going to get that fastball out over the plate right here. That's a changey?
Changeup.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's a great pitch.
So, I mean, there's what we just talked about, right? So more than likely, I've gone in on him so much over the years. So he's seeing that pitch right there. He knows I want to do it, and he knows, I mean, for me, if I'm trying to either get a quick out or keep the ball in the ballpark, that's the pitch right there against righties. Sinker in, and if you get the head out, you might hit a line drive into the outfield, and if you really catch it, then you hit a homer. But a lot of times it's going to be a hard ground ball, maybe for a base hit. So he's got to get it ready. That might be the only fastball he gets, so he was ready for it.
Yes.
And, thankfully, it was a changeup right there.
That was an excellent pitch. And of course, located, perfect pitch. He's thinking right now, like, what the hell is that?
Me and Bobby were on the same page all night, man. Bobby was good back there this night.
The 1-1.
Man, that's a
take.
great take, right off the changeup. I mean, it looks either like the fastball down and away or the changeup, and he barely even moved.
And that thing's a strike for so long.
He shut it down.
Oh, man, that's a good hitter.
Yep, real good.
I might have swung and missed at that.
But, I mean, same thing. That's not the first slider he's seen today. So It's like, I mean, it's, I haven't gone back to watch the rest of this game to see what I did, but more than likely there's a reason why he's like, okay, there's no way he's going to go, four-seamer definitely, and he's probably not coming in on this one 1-1, so let's just – I mean, he's a really good hitter, though, so he's seeing it, sooner than other guys.
So this count 2-1 after that breaking ball early in the game, probably looking for something hard out over the plate.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is that perfect time for that combio. And I don't know what you do, but
yeah, I don't know what I do either. But as I'm sitting here thinking about it, this is a great time for the inside heater, right? So because he saw the curveball first pitch, the changeup the next pitch, and he laid off a good slider. So in my mind right now, as I think through this, if he's going to lay off that good slider and not even like have to check his swing out front, it's time to see if he's ready for the heater.
So you think,
and not away in.
Yeah, because he's looking away.
Yep.
You want to beat him in. Okay.
Yep.
2-1. Let's see what you got here. Oh, I saw it right away. Good changeup. Not located great.
I'm not happy with it, though. I'm not happy with it.
He could have easily smacked that thing.
Where'd that pitch go? The video broke up. Where'd that pitch go?
Here it is.
Oh, so he just missed it.
Yeah.
He's not happy with it. He was out front enough, though. So, I mean, in that situation, as a hitter, like, he can't sit on a righty-righty changeup right there.
Mm-mm.
He's got to be able to hit. It's a 2-1 ball game. He's got to be able to hit the heater. So, thankfully, he was geared up enough for the heater that it gave me the chance to throw really not that good a one and get away with it.
Yeah, and that's probably your fifth pitch, percentage-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough to go up there and be like, yeah, I'm going to sit on his fifth pitch.
Yeah.
So you definitely got away with one location-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now we got 2-2.
Now this is a good pitch.
And if you just look at the K zone, like where you spread the ball out, I mean, mostly down and away. That one was up by accident.
Yep.
Let's see where you go here. 2-2.
This is a slide ball down and away.
I see the fingers.
And his 2-2 home.
Oh, yes.
Well, you got to tip your cap.
And you're pumped up.
And you look at the difference in that one and the one that he took, right? The one that he took was more off the plate. He knows right there that could be the heater and it could be the changeup, both of them. And he has to respect all three pitches right there being a 2-strike count. So, but that one was so much of a better one and actually got the swing because it was more on the plate early. So it probably started, right where that changeup in the inside fastball would start versus, down the middle like the first one. That's inner half right there, and he's got to make a decision right now. Either my hips have to go and get to it, or I'm going to get jammed on a heater. And if it's the slider, he's going to have, too much is going to be gone to be able to. He's going to run out of bat basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing he can do with this pitch where you put it, because you can see right here, like you said, it looks like a middle in. And he's got to pick the direction it's going to go. And then the problem is this pitch just falls off the table.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, that was, that wasn't even off the plate. That was on the plate in the K zone. So I mean, it made him make a decision, and he'd already seen 2 changeups too. So that's the thing that I've really found with my changeup righty is that it's made my slider a little bit better, because hitters have to make that decision. Is it going to go underneath my bat in or underneath my bat away? If you're looking for that slider away and it's a changeup in, there's no way you're going to square that up. It's going to be a ground ball and it's going to go underneath your hands. So it's similar to what you can do with a lefty. If you're primarily a changeup guy with a lot of good ones going down and away, and you throw that slider down and in, it doesn't even have to be that good of a pitch all the time, because it'll go into their hands and underneath the barrel.
It's tough to be a hitter. Whenever I hear you guys talk, I'm like,
game,
gosh,
isn't it?
you guys. I always say this, but you guys control all the variables. And it's like, as a hitter, you just have to try to figure it out, or get lucky that you miss a spot, whatever it is. But like you said on the outset of the show, if you make your pitches.
And you know what? It does matter being, I've always been talking in the last few years when I didn't have that many strikeouts. You don't get strikeouts a lot in 2-2 and 3-2 counts. You get them in 0-2, 1-2, and sometimes in 2-2, depending on the at-bat. And, when you can dictate how an at-bat goes as a pitcher, well, then you can work the sequences you want to work. Yeah. If you're throwing in, 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 counts, and you're having to battle back in the count, you're not dictating the at-bat whatsoever. The hitter is deciding what he's going to swing at. And if you throw the pitch he wants to swing at, then he's going to swing at it and hit it hard. And if you, by chance, are on a different page as him, then you can get away with some strikes, maybe flipping a curveball, maybe get away with a changeup that, the hitter just gets locked up on. But when you're battling from behind, you're just not dictating the at-bat at all. And you can't go through the report, and you can't go through the game plan you want to go through.
I'm sure it's like this, the opposite of this for pitchers, but as a hitter, when you're going good, it feels like you're in all of the 1-0, 2-0 counts. Like every at bat, you're like, dude, I'm in the hitter's count. And then when you're going poorly, it's like, dude, I feel like I'm stepping in the box 0-2. And that's just kind of how it is.
It's that mindset, right? Like 1-1 is such an even count, but when you're not going good as a pitcher, 1-1 feels like 2-1. Feels like, man, I got to throw a strike here because I don't want to go 2-1 again. And because then you get to 2-1 and it feels like, you're in a 3-1, 3-0 count, and, there's nothing you can throw that the guy's not going to hit. So it's definitely when you can get in those situations, where you're working ahead. I know it sounds so cliche, but it really changes your mindset a lot.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that wraps up at bat number 1 with the professor. One of the professors, Kyle Gibson, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, Trev.